Friends, today we have some truly heartbreaking news concerning one of America's most iconic families, Tatiana Schlossberg, the granddaughter of President John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, has shared a deeply personal and difficult announcement. She has been diagnosed with terminal cancer. This news has sent shockwaves not just through those who follow the Kennedy family, but across the globe, as we collectively process this somber revelation about a woman who has largely chosen a life of purpose away from the intense public spotlight. Tatiana, who is just 34 years old, is the daughter of Caroline Kennedy and designer Edwin Schlossberg. She's the middle child, with an older sister, Rose, and a younger brother, Jack. Many of us remember seeing photos of them as children, embodying the next generation of a family that has fascinated the world for decades. But Tatiana has always forged her own path, one marked by intellectual curiosity and a deep commitment to environmentalism. She is a graduate of Yale University and went on to earn a master's degree from the University of Oxford. Instead of leaning into the political legacy of her family, she pursued a career in journalism, focusing on what she is most passionate about: climate change and the environment. She has worked as a reporter for prestigious outlets like the New York Times, where she covered science and the environment, and has also written for The Atlantic and Bloomberg. Her work is not just reporting, it's a form of advocacy. In 2019, she published a critically acclaimed book titled Inconspicuous Consumption: The Environmental Impact You Don't Know You Have. In this book, Tatiana broke down complex topics, making the environmental crisis accessible to everyday readers. She explored the hidden environmental costs of things we use daily: our food, our technology, our fashion. Her goal was clear: to empower people with knowledge so they could make more informed choices. This book solidified her reputation as a serious, thoughtful, and impactful voice in the climate movement. The diagnosis, which has not been specified in great detail publicly out of respect for her privacy, has been described as terminal. For a young woman with so much vitality, intelligence, and a future that seemed so bright, this news is incredibly tragic. Tatiana is known for her sharp wit, her humility, and her dedication. Those who know her personally speak of her kindness and her down-to-earth nature, qualities often overshadowed by the larger-than-life legacy of her grandparents. This is a family that is no stranger to tragedy. The Kennedy curse, as it's often called, is a narrative woven through American history, marked by assassinations, accidents, and untimely deaths. From the assassinations of her grandfather, President Kennedy, and her great-uncle, Robert F. Kennedy, to the tragic plane crash that took the life of her uncle, John F. Kennedy Jr., his wife, Carolyn, and her sister, Lauren, beset the family has endured an unimaginable amount of public and private grief. For Tatiana's mother, Caroline Kennedy, this must be an exceptionally painful time. Caroline is the sole surviving child of JFK and Jackie. She has carried the family's legacy with immense grace and dignity, serving as the U.S. ambassador to Japan and now to Australia. To face the potential loss of a child is a sorrow no parent should ever have to bear, especially one who has already experienced so much loss in her life. The announcement was made quietly, in a manner befitting Tatiana's private nature. The family has requested privacy as they navigate this incredibly difficult period. It's a reminder that behind the famous name and the historical significance, they are a family: a mother, a father, siblings, and a husband grappling with a devastating reality. Tatiana is married to her college sweetheart, George Moran, and one can only imagine the pain and difficulty they are facing together. In the wake of this news, there has been an outpouring of support from all corners of the world. People are sharing passages from her book, quoting her articles, and expressing their admiration for her work and her character. It's a testament to the impact she has made in her relatively short career. She chose a life of substance over celebrity, and in doing so, she earned a different kind of respect, one based on her own merits, her intellect, and her passion for making the world a better place. This situation also brings to light the harsh reality of cancer. It's a disease that does not discriminate. It affects people from all walks of life, regardless of their background, their status, or their family name. It is a reminder of our shared vulnerability and the importance of compassion and support for one another in times of illness, if you or someone you love is battling cancer or any serious illness. Please know there are resources available. Organizations like the American Cancer Society, Cancer Research Institute, and local support groups can provide information, assistance, and a community to lean on. Please don't hesitate to reach out for help as we hold Tatiana Schlossberg and her family an hour. Thoughts, we are reminded of the fragility of life. Her work, however, will endure. She has used her voice to shine a light on one of the most critical issues of our time. She has educated and inspired a new generation to think more deeply about their impact on the planet. Her legacy is not just that of being a Kennedy. It is the legacy of a brilliant writer, a dedicated environmentalist, and a woman of profound substance and integrity. We respect the family's wish for privacy during this unimaginable time. Our collective thoughts and deepest sympathies are with Tatiana, her husband George, Caroline Kennedy, and the entire Schlossberg and Kennedy family. We hope they find strength and comfort in each. Other than the outpouring of love and support from a world that has been touched by Tatiana's life and work. Thank you for watching. It's important to talk about these things and support each other. If you found this update informative, please consider subscribing for more stories that matter. Take care of yourselves and each other.